Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder. Today we are diving into a report from PetMed Express, and trust me, even if you are not a pet owner, you will want to see how much people are really willing to spend on their furry friends. Spoilers, it's a lot more than you think. In this video, we're going to explore PetMed Express's recent financial results. We will look at how they performed in their last quarter and fiscal year, what the key numbers tell us about their business, and what potential risks and opportunities they face. Before we start, if you appreciate getting straight insights from corporate documents, make sure you're subscribed. We also have a Discord community linked in the description below where you can discuss these filings. First off, this is a Form 8K filing, also called a current report. Companies use these to announce major events to investors. Think of it like a company's version of breaking news. In our case, it's a preliminary look at PetMed Express's financial results. This report is dated June 16, 2025, and it covers their performance up to March 31, 2025. So it's a look back at the tail end of their fiscal year. The main scoop here is about their financial results. They released a press release with some early numbers for the fourth quarter and the entire fiscal year. And this is important, these numbers haven't been fully checked by auditors yet. So they are preliminary, meaning they could change a little when everything is finalized. Think of it as a sneak peek, not the final picture. There's a legal disclaimer here too. Basically, the company is saying that the information in this report isn't officially filed in the same way as other documents, so you shouldn't rely on it as if it were fully audited and verified. This section lists the exhibits included in the filing. In this case, we have the press release itself, which contains the preliminary financial numbers, and also something called an interactive data file. Here's a warning about forward-looking statements. These are statements about what the company expects to happen in the future. They are not guarantees. The company is saying that things could change and what they expect might not actually occur. Essentially, don't take these predictions as a promise. Many things can impact how a business operates. This includes their expectations about when they'll file their official Form 10K, which is their annual report. Also included are the preliminary financial results themselves. The report is signed by Robin D. Elia, the Chief Financial Officer and Treasurer of PetMed Express. This is a standard part of these filings showing who is responsible for the information. Now, for the fun part, we will leave the filing and move to the results published in the press release mentioned in the filing. Please note, I am summarizing the results, not reading them as written. PetMed Express reported that their net sales for the fourth quarter were about $79.6 million. This is down almost 13% compared to the same quarter last year when they made $91.2 million. That's a pretty significant drop, meaning they sold fewer products this quarter than last year. Fewer people buying their supplies. For the full fiscal year, the net sales totaled about $327.38% compared to the previous year when they brought in $355.1 million. So overall, they sold less product this past year compared to the year before. It seems like their business has been shrinking a bit. They acquired approximately 68,000 new customers in the fiscal year. Great to see new names in the door. For the fourth quarter, net income was $1.5 million compared to $533 million for the same quarter last year. That's a sharp decrease. They made significantly less money this quarter. For the full fiscal year, net income was $10.30 million compared to $23.6 million last year. Once again, that's a big drop. Their profits are way down compared to last year. Earnings per share, or EPS, is how much profit the company made per share of stock in the fourth quarter. It was $0 for the same quarter last year. That's a big drop. Again, they made less money per share this quarter than last year. For the full fiscal year, EPS was 0.7, same story, less profit per share for the year. Adjusted EBITDA, which is earnings before interest, taxes, depreciation, and amortization, plus some adjustments, gives you a sense of the company's core profitability. Their adjusted EBITDA was $4.8 million for the fourth quarter. This is a significant drop from the $9 million they had in the same quarter last year. For the full fiscal year, adjusted EBITDA was $21 in the same quarter last year. For the full fiscal year, adjusted EBITDA was $21.7 million. It's also a drop from the $32.9 million they had in the same quarter last year. For the full fiscal year, adjusted EBITDA was $21.7 million. It's also a drop from the $32.29 million and for same quarter last year. For the full fiscal year, adjusted EBITDA was $21.7 million. It's also a drop from the $32.9 million the fourth quarter. This is a significant drop from the $9.1 million they had in the same quarter last year. They are aiming to save $35 million in costs by the end of fiscal 2026. cutting costs can help improve profits, especially when sales are down. They expect to spend $8 to $10 million on capital expenditures. This includes things like equipment and property improvements. This spending shows they are still investing in the future even though their current sales and profits are down. Now, looking at these results more broadly, PetMed Express seems to be facing some challenges. Sales, net income and adjusted EBITDA are all down compared to last year. Think of it like this, their money is going out much more than their money is coming in. That could indicate customers are going to competitors, or perhaps people decided not to adopt new pets after the pandemic craze ended. The company is trying to cut costs to improve profitability, which is a smart move. However, they need to stabilize sales and find new ways to grow revenue. The forward-looking statements should be taken with a grain of salt, as the company notes that actual results could differ. It's always wise to be cautious when a company provides a future estimate because, as we've already seen with PetMeds, things are not always positive. PetMed Express has had a tough year. Sales and profits are down, and while they are trying to cut costs, they must be careful about sales, especially in such a competitive marketplace. The company will really need to turn things around, or things might start looking pretty bleak in the future. Alright, that's our breakdown of PetMed Express's latest filing. What's your take on these numbers and what they signal for the company's future? Drop your thoughts in the comments. If this analysis was valuable, hitting that like button really helps, and subscribe for more deep dives. Don't forget to check out the Discord channel in the description. Thanks for watching. See you next time.